Falchagu ye Olde Scots, the beginner's Gaelic course. Kimraha Huladunya, how is everyone? Looky there, you already know how to say welcome to and how is everyone. Alright, in the next 25 lessons of Fekimich Beck Gaelic, that's Let's Try a Little Gaelic, with a little work you can gain a rudimentary understanding of the Scottish Gaelic language. Now, these lessons were taken from my weekly podcast beginning back on May 15th of 2020. So if you like, you can listen to them there as well. But please remember that I am not an authority on the Gaelic language. I just love learning it. I struggle like most all learners, and so what I teach comes right from well-respected Gaelic teachers. I hope you find it interesting, informative, and fun, and as always, I display on the screen what I'm discussing so you can follow along. Alright, Kersh Maha, which means, alright then, let's get started. Alright, we're in the 25-part Gaelic lesson. We're doing lesson 11, which is on colors. And as always, I'll display on the screen what I am discussing. The first part is some helpful vocabulary and some sentences that'll get you through. Alright, da is color. J da aha air. What color is blank, whatever you want to put in there. J da aha show. What color is this? J da aha shin. What color is that? J da aha esulin. What color is her eyes? I guess that could be what color is its eyes. Say you were being attacked by a monster and you were just curious. Alright. And unda, the same color. Or the one color, literally. Alright. Fout, which is hair. Sul, which is eye. Sulin, which is eyes. Kluisk, pillow. Ban, which is fair and pale. And Dorka, which is dark. Alright, we're going to move straight on into the colors. And what's funny is the first three in this list are not really colors. They're shades and tints. But most people think of black and white and gray as colors. So there you go. First one is black, which is dew. White, which is gale. Gray, which is glass. Sometimes that also refers to being green. You have red, which is Gaelic. Scarlet, which is scarlet. Crimson, which is Gaelic. Pink, which is pink. Yellow, which is booyah. Also can mean fair. Orange, which is orange. Dark blue, which is gordum. And it can also mean the green that's kind of like azure. Okay. You have light blue or gray, which is Leah. And that gets used for gray as well. Turquoise, which is Turquoise or Turquoise. Navy blue is Duholm. Green is Uanya. Brown is Don. Reddish brown is Rua, which is also used for like reddish hair. Purple is Purpy. Indigo is Gorlamin. Mauve is Leah Furpy. And gold is Vuya, or just sometimes it's just or. Alright, sometimes you'll see the same names for different colors in different areas. Don't get too concerned about this. It has to do with dialects and the context. Alright. So that's it for colors. But we're going to give you like 6 sentences to translate. Get you using those words again. So, number 1, Jeda aha er achlusik. 2, ha e chlusik jerik. 3, nakel an ku don. 4, hanil ha an ku du. 5, Jeda aha e sulan. 6, Jeda aha u halt. And we're going to do lesson 12, and it's the past tense of the verb to be. Now, like all verbs in Gaelic, there is only one form for all persons. For a positive statement in the past tense, this is va. Just add the subject to it, either a pronoun or a noun. This gives you the basis on sentence structure, just like in the present tense. Verb, subject, and everything else. Alright, pronouns are combined with the verb va as follows. Va me is I was. Va u, you were. Va e, he was. Va e, she was. Va shin, we were. Va shiv, you were. And that's the plural or formal form. Va it, they were. Okay, now I know you've heard this before, but remember there's two ways to say you in Gaelic. It's u, which is you for the singular usage, or the informal for a friend, somebody you know in your whole life, or a child, and shiv, and that's you for a formal usage, showing respect, or if you don't know the person. And you also use that for a plural for when speaking to one or more persons. Now, adjectives can be used following the verb to be, the same as in the present tense. The adjective is the same for all subjects. So, like the feminine subject, va I fur, she was cold. Plural subject, va it fur, they were cold. And the masculine subject, va Callum fur, Callum was cold. And the same goes for the other three forms of the verb to be in the past tense. You got the independent or the positive statement. You have the dependent or the negative statement. You have the interrogative or the positive question. And you have the negative interrogative or negative question. Okay, now you've already seen va as the positive statement in the past tense. Learning the negative statement and the positive and negative questions will open your abilities to form sentences and begin communicating even more in Gaelic. And here's some examples. Va, which of course is the positive statement. Va I fur, it was cold. And you have Caro, which is the negative statement. Caro I fur, it was not cold. And you have the positive question, which is Anro. Anro I fur, was it cold? And then you have the negative question, which is Nachro. Nachro I fur, was it not cold? Alright, and that's kind of it for va, as far as the past tense of the verb to be. Now you're going to see it, and you're going to need to use it, and I'm going to give you 6 sentences here to work on to give you some usage on it. So, number 1, va mi adol an bu. Number 2, anro u adol yan skol. 3, karo mi adol yan skol. 4, va shinach aber antai. 5, nachro e roche. And 6, va e. We're in lesson 13, and it's asking questions in the past tense. And one of the most important things you can learn is how to recognize the tenses quickly. All too often, this is what causes us learners to pause when we are reading or listening to Gaelic, and makes us look foolish when we're talking to somebody who speaks Gaelic better than we do. So, just figure out what the tenses look like, recognize them immediately, and you'll be good to go. Alright, questions. We're going to work on these question words. Ko, which means who. Ko va shin, who was there. Ko va ak and Doris, who was at the door. Kimmer, which is how. Kimmer va e, how was he. Alright, kun, which is when. Kunya va I a chien, when was she coming? Alright. J, which is what? Java uajanav. What were you doing? Koviet, how many? Now this is sometimes spelled Kieviet, but you don't see that as often as you used to. Koviet ku ava akit. How many dog were at you? Alright, Carson. Why? Carson ava and cat and show. Why was the cat here? Alright, now the last one is catcha, and beware. It's because catcha will always be different. Catcha, which is where, as we said. Catcha in row and dunya. Where was the man? Catcha in row and dunya shin. Where was that man? Alright. Now we're going to move on to some vocabulary. Andoris, the door. A chin, coming. A dole, going. A janav, doing or making. An unyuk, the window. Fosklicha, open. Dune, closed. And dunya, the man. Ku, dog. Cat, cat. Alright. And like we do it at the end of every lesson, we got 6 sentences here for you to translate. And the first one is Kimranavashiv. 2. Kova Akandoris. 3. Kunyava Iat Achian. 4. Jayava Uajanav. 5. Anro Ak and Unyik. 6. Karsanava and Doris Foskelcha. In lesson 14, which is expressing needs and wants. And to start off, we're going to start off with fit, which is need. And fit me, which means may I. And then the affirmative answer would be fete. Or the negative answer would be hanfet. Now, the negative interrogative or negative question would be nach fet me. May I not? Alright, we'll move on. And fet me falav, may I leave? And then hanfet, no. And fet me a dol yan tai vek, may I go to the toilet? Fete, yes. And fet me tea ol, may I drink tea? Hanfet, no. Harsan nach fet me tea ol, why can't I drink tea? Ersum gumveil u dona, because you are bad. Wow. Harsh punishment. And fet me cake ihya, may I eat cake? Fete, yes. And fet Ian yo yaki, may Ian go home? Fete, yes. Wow. Kind of just rolls off the tongue. Now we're going to move on to ear, which is want. Okay. Ear is ask, which is the imperative. Ach iri, asking, which is the present participle. Yiri, yiri me, I asked. Kadal yiri me, I did not ask. Andal yir me, did I ask? Noctal yir me, didn't I ask? Alright. The verb ear, when used with the verb to be, means to want. So, we're going to run through a few of these. Hamia gerdi kupa tea. I want a cup of tea. Vamia gerdi kupa tea. I was wanting a cup of tea, but now I don't. Velu gerdi kupa tea. Do you want a cup of tea? And Nachro mia gerdi kupa tea. Didn't I want a cup of tea? Alright. The verb ear means when used alone, means to ask for. Now note that this construction, the verb is always followed by the pronoun ersen, which means for. So, Ir mi ersen kupati, I asked for a cup of tea. Kado ir mi ersen kupati, I did not ask for a cup of tea. Dude, make up your mind. Ando ir mi ersen kupati, did I ask for a cup of tea? Nakdo ir mi ersen kupati, didn't I ask for a cup of tea? Wow. All right. And there you have it. Now, you can move that around and use it in different contexts and stuff, but follow the rules and you'll be just fine. And we got 6 sentences for you to translate to help you with this. And we're going to start off with number 1. Emfetmi adol yan vu. 2. Kafet u adol. 3. Hamiageri adol yan vu. 4. Have fit. 5. Amvelu Ligeri Kupati. And 6. Kadol Yarmi Ersen Kupati. Alright. And we're in lesson 15 today. And we're going to be talking about basic prepositions, on, and phone. Now, there are some basic prepositions which can be used to discuss where someone might be. And you'll see displayed on the screen. I'll have them in Gaelic and in English, of course. Aun or ounce means in. Ouncen means in the. Usually the word after the aun or ounce is aspirated. Which is on. And phone, which is under. Okay, give you an example of each real quick. Ounce har, in the car. See how it's aspirated? The vord, on the table. Or phone chora, under the sheep. Alright, we'll get a little more in detail here. We'll take aun first. Aun or ounce means in. Aun car, in a car. And ounce har, in the car. Do the same thing here with which means on. Vord or board, on a table. There's no aspiration there, so it's board, on a table. And la vord, on the table. Alright, move on to phone, which means under. Fo hora, under a sheep. Phone hora, under the sheep. Alright, give you a couple examples of each of these. Amveil na muken phone choraf, are the pigs under the tree. Ha and cat fluk agus ha la vord, the cat is wet and she is on the table. Right. Ha and dunya an sahar, the man is in the car. Haniel ne vornak phone vord, the women are not under the table. Alright, I'm going to give you a little bit of vocabulary here. Mook, which is pig. Namuken, pigs, plural. Kriv, trees. Board, table. Car. Dunya, man. Snok, nice. Gila, boy. Bornoch, woman. And tie, house. Alright. That's it for today, except I'm going to give you those 6 sentences as always to translate. Get you a little practice in. And number 1 is going to be ha and cat car more. Number 2, ha avuk snok board. 3, ha un ieskadona ansahar. 4, avail keher gilen ansahar. 5, Nakel and cat phone a tie. And 6, Geniel and car for Kloof. All right, keep up the great work and look forward to those next lessons. And Martian leave in Drazda, goodbye for now.